Underappreciated Vinicius Jr. should consider leaving Real Madrid after being treated like a disposable asset in the Kylian Mbappé soap opera. It has been reported that Los Blancos are prepared to sell the Brazilian to make room for the PSG superstar, which would be a serious mistake. It's incredible the way he puts fear into defenders, how easily he can dribble one way or another. When he has more consistency with his final ball, he'll be a god of football. Former Real Madrid midfielder Guti ranked Vinicius Jr. above Kylian Mbappé as the best forward in European football when speaking to El Chiringuito in April last year, which raised a few eyebrows. After all, Mbappé finished the 2022-23 campaign with 41 goals for Paris Saint-Germain, including 7 in 8 Champions League appearances, and added another League One title to his trophy collection. However, Vinicius racked up 44 goal involvements of his own, a career-best total, despite playing in a Madrid side that suffered a serious hangover as a collective after their La Liga and Champions League double in 2021-22. Carlo Ancelotti's men did get their hands on some more silverware in the form of the Copa del Rey, but Barcelona ultimately knocked them off their perch as the best team in Spain, and they were humiliated by Manchester City in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Los Blancos probably wouldn't have got that far had it not been for Vinicius, who recorded 3 goals and 4 assists during their last 16 and quarter-final victories over Liverpool and Chelsea, respectively. In stark contrast, Mbappé went missing as PSG suffered another exit in the first knockout stage at the hands of Bayern Munich. Injuries have hampered Vinicius' progress this season, but he's been decisive once again since returning to the fold at the start of the year, most notably scoring a stunning hat-trick in Real's Supercopa final victory over Barca. Guti's god of football claims wouldn't seem far-fetched to anyone that watched the Brazilian terrorize the Blaugrana defense on that special night in Saudi Arabia, with his decision-making in the final third faultless throughout the 90 minutes. And yet, it has been widely reported that Real are ready to invite offers for Vinicius to finally fund a deal for Mbappé in the summer, after chasing the PSG talisman's signature for the best part of 3 years. To put it simply, Vinicius deserves far more appreciation and would be wise to explore a transfer because it's clear he is never going to get it at Santiago Bernabéu. At the moment, the only downside to Vinicius's game is his tendency to let his frustration get the better of him. He is constantly subjected to rough treatment from opposing teams, given his status as Madrid's danger man, and often gets drawn into confrontations instead of letting his football do the talking. One such example came in the Supercopa final, as he was seen taunting the Barca bench after Ronald Araujo was sent off for a second bookable offense. Vinicius' petulant actions almost overshadowed his dazzling performance, and he will need to learn how to keep his emotions in check if he is to unlock his full potential in the coming years. To Vinicius' credit, though, he is mature enough to realize where he has room for improvement. "I am not a saint," he said, after Real's 4-1 victory. "Sometimes I talk too much. Sometimes I do dribbles that I don't have to do, and I want to learn. I'm here for that, to learn." Mbappé is 2 years older than Vinicius, but has never shown the same ability for self-analysis. Everything is about him at PSG, which exactly how he likes it. The French champions have fueled his ego to the point where it actually feels like he is bigger than the club at this point, and it's come at the expense of their overall performance. PSG are back on top in Ligue 1, but there is no real competition for Luis Enrique's side, and their glaring weaknesses were on full display in the Champions League group stage. I think Mbappé is stagnating today. I hope he leaves, from the bottom of my heart, former France centre-forward Christophe Dugarry told RMC Sport earlier this month. I think he's becoming more and more predictable. He lacks strength and character. He disappears from games too often. He's wanted all the power. You get the feeling he's a little boy. You get the impression the suit's too big. I feel he's a bit lost. There's no sense of symbiosis. Things haven't been going well at PSG for a few months now. What next? Vinicius isn't lost like Mbappe, and it's difficult to envisage Ancelotti giving the green light for his departure. The Italian has masterfully overseen the youngster's development and clearly takes great pride in how far he has come. Vinicius is back to his best level after his injury, he said in a press conference last week. He's learning to play on the inside as well as the outside. That makes him more dangerous. He's much less predictable, changing his position and combining well with Rodrigo. Now that Real can call upon a fully fit Vinicius again, they have a great chance to regain the Liga title, with surprise package Girona lacking the same level of experience at the business end of the season. He's good enough to spearhead another run into the latter stages of the Champions League too, even if Real don't quite have the tools to go all the way this time around. But it is high time that Madristas give Vinicius the respect he deserves. His place in their Hall of Fame should be secure already, given how much he has achieved in just 6 seasons, and the best is yet to come. Mbappe is unquestionably a world-class player too, but Madrid just don't need him right now, or the baggage that he brings. Vinicius was made to shine under the bright lights at the Bernabeu, and Los Blancos would be foolish to keep pushing him away, especially to accommodate a man whose ego could fill the stadium.